Coach, if you want to start with a statement.
No statement. And this is an absolute compliment to Dennis and his staff. It is very hard to win here. There's a lot of factors. I think we leave 80-degree weather and come up here and we're little sissies about the weather being cold, and I don't know, but then there's always a great defensive game plan where, you know, I will never say it, but I understand what coaching does, and they do a great job of scouting individual players, and everyone's like, oh, I'm off. I'm like, no, they're making you off. Give credit to Virginia Tech for that. They do a nice job, and so this is a very scary game for us, especially coming off the win that we had, and I'm thrilled. I am thrilled. This is as big a win as our last one was, really, because this is a very hard place to play. They rebound. From what I saw, their numbers were like second best in the ACC, and they showed it again tonight in the first half, and then we took that away in the second half. I thought that the game changed inside when we really stopped. We stopped them from getting those offensive rebounds.
Adrienne, how important was it for you guys to keep a certain mentality coming off a big win, and you don't want to have a letdown going from beating a ranked team and now you have to hit the road to play an unranked team? How do you think you guys' focus was today?
We just knew it was going to be a tough place to play in. Knowing last year how tough it was, and we just knew this game was just as important as the last game. We came out last game and we were just very focused. So this game we didn't want to come off, you know, on an off night. But it wasn't our best night, but we came through. Coach had it today, as he always does.
We worried about a potential letdown, I guess. You think you guys handled it pretty well coming off the big win?
You know, I couldn't have picked a worse team that we had to play on the road after beating a ranked opponent at Virginia Tech. I mean, it was a bad scenario for us. It truly was. And like I said, that's a compliment. But it's hard to win here, and I have not seen anybody's offense look great in this Coliseum on film, or whether it's been my own personal teams. So if you're a team that relies on offense, you're not going to win here. But we rely on defense, and thank God, because years teams past that I've coached were not as committed and deep-rooted on the defensive end as this particular team. So when we weren't scoring, we didn't throw a fit or panic. We just said, well, it's okay, because they're not really scoring either.
It was anybody's game there in the second half, and then you guys went on a 13-0 run and take control. What helped you guys during that run?
Coach, she breaks it she breaks segments down. She said that we needed to come out. I think it was the second segment or the first segment, and we needed to have a certain amount of points, and we just made sure that we had that. And then she just kept telling us, all right, guys, we need this amount of points by the next media. So it was just listening to her, and we just came out and executed.
Coach, turnovers were big for you guys today. You forced 20 of them, and including a bunch in the second half there. What helped that defense of yours?
Kayla Prather at the point of the press. She was usually that's Saray McGuire, and she was just a little bit. You know, we were a little bit exhausted still too. I mean, that's a tough turnaround. Any Sunday games are a little tough for the road team, just because you play Thursday night and you're trying to get it all together. And I'm exhausted, and the kids are exhausted. So Ray didn't have her same bounce, and so Kayla just stepped up and did it. And I just thought she was phenomenal at the point of the press. So sometimes I have to practice. Sometimes I have to be a practice player, you know, especially when the practice squad's not here during Christmas break. And when Kayla's on me, I just want to give her the ball. She's so long and she's so active, and she does such a great job. She's so committed to it. Like, she doesn't go away. So I thought she'd change the game.
What helped you guys do a better job on the boards in the second half?
Well, Jazz was getting a lot of blocks, but we thought that, you know, congrats, Jazz, but we're not here to set the shot record. We did that last game. They're getting the weak side rebound because you're roaming and leaving. So she unselfishly stopped blocking it and just walled up, and then we could fill in behind her, and there wasn't this empty gap on the weak side.
Do they do certain things to make it a tough shooting day for you guys?
Yeah, they do. They scout really, really well. You know, and it took me, I mean, I'm a 10-year veteran now, but it took me about 5 years to figure that out. But, you know, ACC coaches, your kids aren't going to get what they got the last game. And they weren't giving her the pull-up. They were rushing her pull-up. And so she'd have to do a cutback a couple times and get a double move to get open. And, you know, if you come off a great game like she did the last game, no one in the ACC is going to let you do it again. And I think her effort tonight, the fact that she dropped 22 again when they were giving her a ton of attention, this shows you what a great player. And she's playing like an All-American right now. And I'm just quoting Muff McGraw. She said it last game. I agree.
You made a tough shooting day for them. What about your defense? What's kind of your approach there in terms of guarding them, especially Cam?
Well, listen, you're going to have to hit tough shots to beat us. We're not going to give you your rhythm shots, and we're going to try to break something up. Now, if you can be high level and move the ball and do a lot of different things, like if they get some layups, you know. What I can't do as a coach is be mad when the other team got a layup. They're great basketball players in this conference. There's great basketball players on that roster. And so when they found out what was open and they got a layup and they get celebratory eyes, that's my fault. That's me. That's what I'm giving up. we're going to make you work and work and work, and you're going to get 3 or 4 layups on us and make us look bad. But the rest of the time, you're not going to get what you want on your offensive possessions.
Adrienne, I know you're from Newport News. Who was looking at you coming out of high school? What other offers? Who did you pick Miami over?
My top 5 was Miami, Virginia Tech, Florida State, and Marshall. But I just felt like Miami was just the best school for me. Kudos to Coach Wolf here, but I just felt like Miami was the best.
Hey, you visited here too?
Yes, I visited. It was really between Virginia Tech and Miami, to be honest with you, and Miami. It was Miami.
Well, it worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
I was happy.
You beat them 7 straight times now. What is this just a good matchup for you guys? It's always a lot of times it's tough games, but it's lately it's been Miami's favor.
7 straight exhaustion afterwards. So no, we tend to. It's going to be whether they handle our presses or not. I mean, the game usually turns on that, and we've been fortunate enough to have some nice long athletes, and most of the games have been really, really tight, and then we take a little run at some point. And for us, it was 12-minute to 8-minute media that time, where the most team that's really conditioned and really committed to defense, that 12 to 8-minute mark in the second half, we own that. We want that, and I think we did it again today.
Adrienne, you had a really good freshman year. Is there anything you feel you're doing better even than your freshman year this year?
I lost a lot of weight, so I feel a lot better. Just run up and down the court. Just run up and down the court. To be honest with you, that and just I worked a lot in the pull-up game. I know McBride from Notre Dame. I told Coach Katie that's at Marquette, and I told her that I wanted to pull up like her. So I just made sure this summer that I was in the gym working on the pull-up. So hopefully it keeps working out for me.
So what are you weighing these days?
On a good day, 135, but sometimes I get like 133. If I eat a lot, 137, but between 133 and 137.
You're off to a good start in the ACC. Do you have a sense of how good this team could be this year and what kind of a season you're in for?
We just keep peeling back the layers on this team and asking them to do something else for me, and they just keep doing it. So, but I 3 games in doesn't matter anything. Nothing matters. We've taken care of business at home, which is remarkable considering who we played, and then we just won a tough road game. And next we got Clemson at home, and I've won this conference before, and I've lost, but only once. And the other years we've looked ahead and have done something stupid or blown a game or something. So I know what we did when we won it, but we're not thinking that way. We're thinking we got Clemson next.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.